Welcome to TTMPPedFlowover, where the flow don't stop. I'm not gonna lie, this is like my second take because that tea is hot as shit. All you see in the first take is me just burning my tongue for 2 minutes. Today is raining. It's a little ugly out, but I love the rain. It makes me a little tired. So nothing better than snuggling up in bed, watching some Hunter x Hunter. I've been binging that shit. Now, no lie, I don't know, something about anime just didn't rub me right. I don't know if it's because I grew up a Disney kid. I had 33 was, wait, fuck, which order was it? Damn, I think it was 33 was Nickelodeon, 32 was Cartoon Network, and 31 was Disney Channel. And 122 was Disney XD, fucking, or is that Boomerang? Fucking, no, Disney XD was 121. If you had Optimum, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Yeah, I grew up on that land, and I don't know, anime came on fucking Cartoon Network on the times when I was in school or some shit. I don't know. All I know is now I'm hooked to that shit. I feel like there's a lot of life lessons in there. People don't really be opening their eyes. I feel like it's more. I like how blunt them cut the characters be. They be straight to the point. They be saying exactly what they thinking. They be like they'll think in their mind, "Oh, he is so powerful." Then out loud they'll be like, "I'm powerful." I don't know, something about that is funny as fuck. I just love how blunt them characters be. It just adds that. It shows the different ways that cultures talk or perceive conversation, because cartoons even in America aren't that damn blunt. I don't know, the plots are different. Watch that shit, it's really good. I really recommend that. I don't know what more they're gonna talk about. People have been saying there's 100 and something episodes each season. How the hell? Alright, so who are your real friends? Today's episode is gonna be a bit on that topic. Even in anime, friendship really is different in anime, and I feel like it really opens my eyes to how I've been perceiving it my entire life. I'm not gonna hold you. Damn, how this shit still hot. Today, me and my friend were my friends Diana. We're talking about kind of friendships, and I've known her for quite a while. I met her back in elementary school, or probably middle school or high school. I couldn't tell you which one. They're all blending together at this point. But yeah, so I met her back when I was younger, and then a few years back, she ended up getting cool with some of my old good friends who I'm no longer friends with. And she had invited me to this birthday, so I popped out to the birthday. It was a birthday dinner at was it Cheesecake Factory, if I'm not mistaken, and I had a good time. I had major diarrhea that day, so but just not being judged and just being able to be myself, it was comforting. So me and her got cool again, and we've been cool ever since. And we did have a moment in our friendship where I feel like it was that question, at least for me, not the friendship, but more so my new boundaries of who I'm becoming. And it's interesting to see that, through it all, at the end, we're still friends. And we're going to get into those details, in today's episode. But I just kind of want to give y'all a sum up of, just what kind of brought up the topic. And just looking at friendship as a whole, it's deep. Friendship is way deeper than we even give it credit. And I feel like with that, and I'm very spiritual, so I feel like when it ties into my spirituality, I see friendship on a whole new level now. And just how I've been basing it, before I became this spiritual when I was younger, it's just interesting how we naturally have friends or make friends, and just the whole shabam of it. So let's get into the nits and grits of today's episode. So I'm gonna be a little corny. I'm gonna look it up, the definition of friendship. Let me see what that shit say. Hold on. Wait, definition of, hold on, oh fuck, oh friend, okay, definition of friendship. Friendship, the emotion or, hold up, I can read. The emotions or conduct of friends, the state of being, how the fuck is, so they consider that a noun. Oh, that's okay, a person, place, or thing. A relationship between friends. They can't even define it. They're defining it with this. I hate when they put the word in the definition. That's something about that really just picks my mind. How am I going to look up what this word mean and you use the word to define the meaning? Come on now. All right, let me look on the side. Friendship is a relationship or okay, friendship is a relationship of mutual affection between people. It is a stronger form of interpersonal bonds that end acquaintance or an association such as a classmate, neighbor or coworker or colleague. Okay, so I like what they said with that. Let's get deeper. Define friendship. I want to see what friendship is like in spiritual terms. Defines friendship spiritually. I want to see what they're saying about that shit. Okay, so religious wise, friendship that is rooted in Christ for the purpose of growing in Christ. Okay, that's deep. The service to others rather than service to self. Ooh. Okay, I like that. But even more than that, okay, why is all this shit going down to the Bible? All right, so I'm not going to look this shit up anymore. But from what I'm getting, it's from what Google is saying, almost like an exchange. I don't fucking know. But my definition of friendship. So I define friendship almost like two souls finding each other again, or like two souls finding each other for the first time. Because if you realize with people, there's just a connection in it, almost like a puzzle piece. And I've learned that over time. I feel like growing up, it used to be really hard for me to make friends. And I mean, it was so hard that I feel like I was changing myself to try to make them. And then changing myself wasn't doing anything but making me overthink. And it just creates a new thinking pattern or a new thinking process just to make friends in the first place. And I feel like that all comes from elementary school, you know. I feel like elementary school really does confuse people on what friendship is because we're kind of forced to be in this room with like 30 people that we may not like. Like I didn't like damn near all 30 people in the fucking class. Like that says a lot. You know what I'm saying? Or and it was because a lot of them didn't like me. I felt the energy exchange, and I feel like there's just people that I would just like, in first grade, I had one a really close friend when I was in kindergarten named Samaya. I don't even remember how we became friends because as children you just become. You see a similarity. It'd be like you can both like spiders, and boom, y'all are fucking best friends. Or just because y'all live next door to each other and y'all both want to just have somebody in your life, somebody in your life and just somebody cool with you. You just boom connect. Or I don't know. It's just weird how it kind of happens naturally. And when I was in first grade, that's when I started to really meet people that started to kind of follow me throughout the years. One of my friends I met in first grade, who I ironically don't talk to right now, we became cool, like just through being able to be ourselves. And that's also to me a good point of someone you can be yourself with. I feel like that's a friendship. Someone that you can just take out, just not even have to be in your mind. They almost take you out of your head. Like you become present in that moment when you're that person. And when I met this person when I was in first grade, I feel like I can remember a lot, a few experiences from just those little child years. And, growing up, I would meet all these people who would, bully me and be my friend one day and change up on me. But I would see these few people that I met, being consistent in who they were. Consistency. Someone who is consistently allowing you to be yourself, and you are allowing them. It's just a natural, no thinking about it. You shouldn't have to think. Something, to me, I define friendship as a thoughtless bond between souls. Ooh, I like that one better. Like a kind of a thoughtless bond. Something that kind of just, no need to construct or deconstruct. It just is. It just works. And that's why I feel like friendship, it should be like water, just smooth. And of course they'll have some crashes, but then I feel like with those crashes comes a sit down and a conversation about who are we today, because friendships also change with time and people don't allow that change, which to me can fuck up the fucking friendship. And that's just my opinion. I made a lot of mistakes in my friendships in the past, and it's weird, and I didn't notice it until recently, that I feel like a lot of those mistakes came from basically comparing my new friendships to my old ones, the ones I made when I was young, not understanding that I've changed. And when you change, I feel like I had to realize that everything changes every day. And meeting new people means that there's this new energy that's entering this new energy that I've become. And I can't expect the same aspects of everyone to be through everyone. It's not realistic. For example, once I went to college, I made a lot of, I'm a very, I like to make friends. I like to meet people. I like to see different energies and different cultures and lifestyles. So, I'm very open-minded to people. And I think it's because I grew up in a very diverse school where all my friends were naturally people who were automatically different than me. So I kind of am used to seeing different energies, and I almost expect people to be whoever they are automatically. And I came to a college where, everyone's kind of finding themselves and, not comfortable with being who they were before with, in a new environment, college. And I was meeting people who they would do certain aspects, and I didn't know how to verbalize, okay, this may not quite literally go with me, or I would verbalize it, but because they're them and I'm me, it would just be a clash that I had to accept. And I feel like that was a mistake I made. I didn't realize or understand or even consider I can just set boundaries. I can tell them, with me, this ain't gonna cut it. And I wish I did that more, because I feel like in a weird way, the friendships probably would be in a better place or have worked out or lasted or fell apart earlier if I just verbalized my boundaries and what I did and didn't like. I feel like a big mistake I made was not wanting to disappoint or bring arguments, because I didn't argue with my friends back at home. But that was because these are people who've known me since I was a child. They know my tics because they've watched me tick, or I verbalize it. They've been around me for years, and I didn't understand that, or even take that into consideration. Like, okay, maybe I should probably verbalize that this is bothering me. And instead, I would kind of just let people be who they are. And that's because that's what I would always do, let people be who they are. And I don't know, I feel like it makes me even wonder, even now, if my childhood friendships, if I was accepting things I didn't even like, even then, because that's just what I did. I learned a lot, and it's cool to see that once I started to set those boundaries, I feel like I've been avoiding so many unhealthy, toxic friendships. And I'm also I feel like I'm sitting and I'm observing a lot more traits that I'm like, oh my God, I used to do the same fucking thing. Or I'm realizing that a lot of friendships be just weird. With expectation, I say stop that shit and kind of go into friendships with a clean slate. When you meet the person, understand that they have their own life. They've lived a life. They've had their own friends that they've had different understandings with, and you're just a new energy coming into their life. And I feel like a lot of times, usually it should be like I said earlier, like water. Of course, you can go find friends, but once you meet these people, the energy, to me, with my spirituality and the way that my life has went, I feel like it'll just happen very naturally and sometimes you'll go into a room and walk out with not liking not one person in it, because maybe all that energy was just not meant for you, or you didn't get a chance to, let me rephrase that. Maybe not all 30. Listen, when you go into a room, be open to everyone. Allow everyone to be themselves, because when you do, you'll start to realize that a lot of even the things we don't like in people are given to us from other people. A lot of our beliefs are from other people or from what we were used to, and I feel like I was used to a lot of things. The same with the people I met in college. We're all used to something, and if we don't teach people about who we are and allow them to be who they are, we'll never really click. You know what I'm saying? It'll never be a click, because I feel like I also used to think that I had to have similarities with people. You don't have to be similar with anyone. We are all different. I have so many multi-dimensional things about me, and that is why I'm able to just be able to talk to mad people, is because I'll be doing mad shit. Go out and experience life. Be open to hearing people. I ain't say let people be rude to you and let people disrespect people and be okay with fighting and toxicness. That's where you walk away. But I'm just talking about people's differences. Be open to people and listen. I had to learn a lot of listening. I don't think I listened to people as much as I did, because I used to think that people were full of shit, because they are. But not everybody is. Some people really got shit to say. Be open to hearing them, because what if they're setting their boundaries and you're just not hearing them? And then y'all both just, I don't know, it's just weird as fuck. I don't fucking know. In terms of change, I remember there was this moment where me and Zayana, we had our friendship kind of shook the room a little bit, because I was going through a lot, and I feel like I was having a hard time kind of keeping up with communication. And I was doing that with everybody. And I was in a relationship at the time, and I feel like I was giving that person a lot of my energy, but that was the fucking problem. That was the toxicity. Different podcast episode. And I feel like because of that, I would kind of give this person all my energy because they would always exhaust me, but then kind of neglect all my friendships because I didn't want to put that negative energy on them. And in doing that, because I wasn't verbal enough, in a way where it was easily consumable, I feel like a lot of my friends felt abandoned, or like I was just going on with my life and kind of not giving a fuck. And I feel like in that moment, she verbalized, hey, like, you don't even be hitting a nigga up. And I'm like, a nigga is going through some shit. You know what I'm saying? And in that conversation with patience, with understanding, we are fine. There are moments when things are going to shake the room. You need to always be open and okay. Because, a year ago or 2 years ago from this, I've had a friend kind of verbalize something to me. And because of how someone else has verbalized something to me in the past, I thought they were trying to, say I'm a bad person. Took it personal, and we're no longer cool. And I feel like that's because, I wasn't as, we weren't as open to hearing each other. And I feel like, be open to really listening. Because even when you're upset, Zayana was upset, I was upset, but it had to be like, okay, this person obviously cares, I need to listen. And I feel like with that type of stuff, with growth and understanding that, I feel like you just open your world to long lasting friendships that are real. Be open to not having a lot of friends. Relax. Sometimes you might just need a good two people in your life because you don't want a funeral full of niggas that don't really understand you. Niggas that you get to hide yourself around or only show certain parts of yourself. That's not healthy. That's not normal, and that's not okay. Follow your gut. If your gut says, I don't, then don't even question. Just walk the fuck away, because like I said, friendships are souls reconnecting, finding each other from past lives, all that shit. We're gonna get into that another episode. So sometimes people are just for a season or for a day, for one word lessons. Like they say the one right word and then just walk the fuck away, because don't put yourself in a reality that you do not need to be in. That's not healthy. That's not safe, and that's not fair for you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so friendships and relationships. Now, I'm definitely guilty of being in a relationship and then neglecting my fucking friends. Like I just said that, and I feel like we do that shit so unconsciously, and I think it's because this relationship ends up kind of taking up a lot of your time because you want it to, and I don't know. I feel like what I learned in that is, first of all, it's managing time. This relationship is just a closer bond of a friendship. You're friends, but more intimate. And I feel like when that happens, you need to just manage your time. If they were just an extra friend that you were just spending more time with, you would just manage your time. Or if they were an extra friend that you just be fucking every now and again, you would still be managing your time. So I'm like, manage your time and don't give all of everything to anyone. Because, you need some shit for yourself. If you give everything you got, you won't even notice that everything else is kind of, if you want your world to be sane, like I just said, give it some time. Give time to everybody, and also give time to yourself. As that's healthy. It should all work out. If you if you communicate, okay, I have friends, and communication can get you so far. And if things are not clicking, it wasn't supposed to click. Clash that shit. The fuck? I remember I was in this relationship, no cap, and I had these two scales, like from Walmart, these glass scales that like weigh your pounds, and they were underneath my couch. I was on the phone with the person that I was like, and I think I was dating them at the time, and I like accidentally had kicked it a little bit, like I mean a tap. Why the fuck did both of them scales completely shatter? I'm gonna see if I can find that picture. I mean, the scale like shattered. It was horrible, and I was like, oh my God, this is the universe telling me to run the fuck away. And I didn't listen, and it only got worse from there. And as you can see, I'm way better when I walk the fuck away. Trust your gut, trust the universe, trust whatever the fuck you believe in, and walk out of whatever does not feel right with you. Because like I said, friendship should be two souls reconnecting, not two souls trying to connect. God damn. I mean, yeah, it's a whole cycle. It's a whole thing. Can opposite genders be in a relationship? I mean, wait, can to opposite genders be friends? I think so. Now, I have, women friends or friends that identify as a girl. Listen, this podcast is one of those where we're just going to say what the fuck what I'm just going to say, like, because I don't want to fuck no shit up. But, but like, yeah, like I do have like women friends, and I don't have any goals. Like I don't want them. If I would want them, I would just if you want your friend, you better verbalize that shit. I feel like don't keep no fucking secrets. Like that's fucking weird. If they're your friend, you would be verbal and kind of say how you feel to avoid a weird friendship. But I think they can very maturely be friends. Same with yeah, it's the same with the same sex. Like there are a lot of women that like women, and men who like men, and women who don't say they like women but who like women, and men who don't say they like men but like men. It's all that shit out. There's all that shit out there. So you can't just be all scared of the opposite genders like being in a friendship. If you don't trust your partner, that's on you, and if you don't trust yourself, that's on you. This is a lot, but I do think they can. They definitely can. And this is my last thing I had to learn, is that it's never too late to set boundaries. Like I don't know why we believe that after a while you can't change. But if one day you and your friend, y'all are like, you text them all the time and you love texting and doing this and the fifth, and the next day you do not, like, you want to get a burner phone, have a flip phone, and like toss your shit. You're allowed to live your life any way you want to do. Do not be afraid to change your mind and go, maybe I don't want to do this no more, because I feel like that fear is only going to change you. And people do not understand that being afraid of going with what you want to do makes you not be yourself. You end up being someone completely different to the world, and you'll think you're being, you're being what you wish you would be. And it's just weird. We end up creating a reality that's not ours due to that change. So just go with what you feel. Set them boundaries. Speak your mind. Say, listen, I don't think I want to go to the club no more. I'm over that shit. I don't think I want to drink no more. I don't think I want to smoke no more. I don't think I like this person, so when you go to their house, I'm gonna stay back. All that type of shit is okay. I don't think I want to be a part of that society. All that shit. Just speak your mind, because you'll end up in a reality that you do not want to be in if you do not. That's just a warning. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm telling y'all from experience. I'm telling y'all because as soon as I started to trust my gut, my entire life changed in seconds. Literally seconds. When I decided to do what I wanted to do, when I wanted to do it, it changed in seconds. We are not children anymore. Do not be afraid to make decisions. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Mistakes need to happen. That's another episode of the podcast. But if y'all are fucking with the content, you know what I'm saying, fucking with the word, hit that subscribe, hit that like button. I have so much other shit on this channel. I got songs, I got fucking what I'm saying, I got shows, I got all that shit, fits, I got hair, all that shit. This channel is for you. You know what I'm saying? Temped, TTMPPED, whoever's here from, just listening to me on the right ear, whoever's here from wherever, definitely will be back with another episode. I'm very excited for this podcast. I love the way it's turning out. Thank y'all for all the support, and I will catch y'all soon. Baby, it's my baby.